Greetings. This is going to be a single review video, as you can tell by the title. Got this when it came out, I'm going to say a few weeks ago. This is the Garbers Day Revisited album by Arma. Lots of cool colors on here. You may know the title is obviously a homage to Metallica and their Garage Days Revisited. From my research, it looks like this Garbers is where they used to rehearse. This is the actual building. You can't probably see it on the video if you look close enough. That sign says Garbers. The covers on this album, I usually, when I hear a band that's, when I hear a band that's going to do covers of Neil Young, Ministry, Prince, Tom Petty, my initial thought was, this is going to be terrible. But of course, being the person that I am, I bought it. And to my surprise, this is actually pretty good. So if you don't know who Arma is, they're kind of like a doom metal psych band, for lack of a better term. They produce these long, methodical, intricate 8 to 10 minute songs. Their last release, Soul for English, was one of my favorite releases of last year. This is the inner sleeve, and the vinyl is a cool purpley, bluish, splatterish. The sun is going in and out here in Illinois, so I apologize for the lighting. But very cool. My take on this is all of the songs are great except one. Again, just my opinion. I'll kind of go through song by song and give you my thoughts. The first song is Scarecrow by Ministry. Kind of a kind of straightforward rendition of a Ministry song. Nothing too exciting there. The biggest surprise for me was Southern Man by Neil Young. I haven't listened to the right Neil Young, or I just don't get it. I cannot stand Neil Young. I don't know if it's just because he runs his mouth all the time and thinks he knows everything. And maybe I need to ignore that shit like I do for other bands and just focus on the music. But the music, I don't know. I don't get it. So maybe if you out there can recommend Neil Young to listen to, let me know. But I am not familiar with the song Southern Man before I heard this, and I enjoyed their cover. So what I might do is go back to that song, see what album that's on, and explore that a little bit. Hard Times by Cro-Mags, one of my favorite Cro-Mag songs. Kind of a straightforward version. Nothing too different there. What you're hearing now, potentially, depending on my audio, is March of the Pigs by 9 Inch Nails. Pretty much a by-the-book version, which I don't know how you could change that song at all without making it slower, and I think the impact of that song would be the same if you slowed it down. Side B has The Girl Who Lives on Heaven Hills, a Husker Du cover. Not bad. Not a huge Husker Du fan. That may be another band I need to get into more, which is kind of cool about these cover albums, is these bands have obviously all influenced Arma as a band, so why not dig into this stuff a little bit more and see what kind of inspiration and they got from these bands and what they liked about these bands, because maybe there's something there I missed earlier. I'm one of those people, if I hear a band I don't like it, I just kind of throw it out of my mind, and I don't ever go back to them again. Husker Du I've heard about since the 90s, and it just wasn't a band I ever pursued to listen to. They do a cover of In League with Satan by Venom. Pretty straightforward cover. The last two songs are going to be my favorite and least favorite, ironically enough. They do a cover of Run Down a Dream by Tom Petty. And when I first read an article about that, I'm like, wow, how is a band like Arma going to cover Tom Petty and still bring that melodic sense that Tom Petty has, which is all over that Running Down a Dream song, one of his best songs in my opinion. But thankfully they kind of did their own take on it without doing any harsh vocals. It's kind of a by the book, by the numbers Tom Petty cover, but they still put their own little twist on it. You can tell it's Arma to a degree, and it's not just a carbon copy of Tom Petty. But it's still solid. And then the last song they did was Purple Rain by Prince. Huge Prince fan. I love the album Purple Rain. I love 1999, the album. A lot of other stuff Prince did, I'm a huge fan of. And they, bless their heart, they tried to cover this song. I don't know that anyone can cover Prince and do a phenomenal job just because it's Prince. But I just did not care for this version. It's a minor hiccup. It's the last song on the album. Kudos to them for trying to cover a song like that. It's not difficult. Just my opinion. I did not care for that cover very much. And after the Running Down a Dream, that's the end of the album for me. So again, my initial reaction was I wouldn't like this album at all until like 7 of the 8 songs. That's pretty good. If you can hold my interest with a cover song and not skip, that says something. So again, Garbers Days Revisited by Inner Arma. If you're a fan of listening to an experimentalish band cover other bands that you potentially like, I'm going to highly recommend this one. And maybe listen to Purple Rain, their cover. Tell me what you think. So that's it for this review. Check out Inner Arma. I'll put a link below. Put a link to all the other stuff too. I highly recommend going back in their catalog. They've got 3 or 4 great albums, including last year's Still for English. So thanks again for checking me out, guys, and I will catch you next time.